You stand on the bridge of the freighter-class heavy hauler. The coffee in your mug is cold. It tastes like engine coolant and regret. You look at the main screen. Nothing but endless starfields and dust. It is another standard run to the border zones. Your payload is grain and water filters. Excitement is not part of the job description. The silence of the void is heavy today. You tap the console just to hear a noise. Then the comms officer waves you over. She looks confused. You walk to her station. The headset hangs around her neck. You hear a faint crackle of static. It is not the usual background radiation hiss. It has a rhythm. You lean in closer. The static dips and rises. It sounds like a heartbeat made of electricity. You ask if it is a distress call. She shakes her head. The computer cannot translate it. Then the door to the bridge slides open. A small child walks in. He is the orphan you picked up at the last station. He rubs his eyes. He looks sleepier than a cat in a sunbeam. He stops in the middle of the room. He tilts his head to the side. You ask him what is wrong. He points at the speakers. He asks who is singing. You look at the comms officer. She shrugs. You hear only static. The boy hears a melody. He starts to hum along with the noise. The static on the speakers clears up. The rhythm matches his humming perfectly. You feel a chill run down your spine. The boy smiles. He says they are lonely. You order a full stop. The engines groan as they cut thrust. You drift in the silent dark. The signal gets stronger. It pulls at your sensors. You trace the source. It is not coming from deep space. It comes from a sector marked empty on all charts. You bring the ship about. The boy stands by the viewport. He presses his hand against the glass. You engage the impulse drive. The stars blur slightly. You move toward the source of the song. You enter a dense cloud of nebula dust. Visibility drops to 0. Sensors are your only eyes now. You emerge on the other side. A moon floats there. It is not on any map. It looks old and gray. But the surface glows. Veins of blue light pulse beneath the rock. It looks like a living thing. The boy hums louder now. The ship shakes. You grab the railing. It is not turbulence. The vibration comes from your own engine core. It resonates with the moon. You look at the engineering readouts. The power levels are spiking. It is not a malfunction. It is a handshake. Your ship is trying to talk back. You ask the engineer what is happening. He has no idea. He says the core is singing back to the moon. You look at the boy again. He is conducting this invisible orchestra. You realize this is not random. A boy is the key. You decide to send a probe. The probe launches from the bay. It streaks toward the glowing moon. Data streams back instantly. The surface is metal and rock. It is artificial. This is not a moon. It is a station. The boy stops humming. The ship stops shaking. He looks at you. He says they want to say hello. You ask who they are. He points to the screen. The blue lights on the moon shift. They form a pattern. It is a language of light. The computer begins to decode it. Text scrolls across your main monitor. It is ancient. The syntax is from a lost era. The translation finishes. It is a message. It reads as a farewell. A civilization left this here. They faced a dying sun. They had to leave their home. They left this beacon to guide the lost. You read the log. They speak of a great darkness. They speak of a safe harbor. They hid it behind the fold of space. Only the pure could find it. The pure meant the young, those who had not forgotten how to dream. You look at the boy. He's the only one who heard it. The message ends with coordinates. They point to a spot right in front of you. There's nothing there but empty space. The boy shakes his head. He says the door is closed. You have to knock. He closes his eyes. He hums a high note. It is pure and clear. The speakers amplify it. The sound waves hit the empty space. A tear appears in the fabric of the void. It glows violet and white. It swirls like oil on water. It is a rift. You have seen these in history books. They are space tears. They lead to pocket dimensions. You hesitate. This is dangerous. But the boy looks fearless. He trusts the voice on the other side. You trust the boy. You order the helmsman to move in. The ship creeps forward. The violet light washes over the hull. Gravity twists. Up becomes down. You enter the rift. The stars vanish. You are in a tunnel of swirling mist. Ghostly shapes drift past the windows. They look like old warships. They are wreckage, echoes of a war fought long ago. Dust swirls like restless spirits. You see broken hulls, you see shattered wings. The boy watches them sadly. He says they fought to protect the song. You feel a heavy weight in the air. This place is a graveyard, but the path ahead is clear. The blue light guides you. You navigate through the debris field. It's a maze of metal. Suddenly, shadows move. Dark shapes detach from the mist. They are not wreckage. They are active ships. They are sleek and black. They have no windows. They are silent hunters. Alarm klaxons blare on your bridge. You are being targeted. You shout for shields. The black ships surround you. They are guardians. Their hulls are etched with silver lines. It is old star science. They aim their weapons. You hold your breath. You are outgunned. A single shot would vaporize you. The boy steps forward. He activates the comms channel. He does not speak. He sings the melody again. The black ships pause. Their weapons lower. The silver etchings on their hulls glow blue. They recognize the tune. They scan your ship. They focus on the boy. A voice comes through the speakers. It sounds like grinding stones. It asks why you are here. The boy answers simply. He says he heard the call. The guardians drift closer. They form an escort formation. They do not attack. They guide you deeper. You let out a breath. That was too close. You wipe sweat from your brow. The tunnel opens up. You enter a vast chamber. It is a pocket of stable space. In the center floats a structure. It is massive. It is a gate. It is made of rings of light, but the rings are misaligned. They are locked. The guardian voice speaks again. It demands a test of worth. Only the worthy may pass. A riddle appears on your screen. It is a puzzle of light and shadow. You stare at it. It looks like a complex star map. You have no idea how to solve it. The crew looks at you. You look at the boy. He smiles. He says it is a game. He played this in his dreams. He climbs into the pilot chair. It swallows his small frame. He grabs the controls. You want to stop him, but he is fast. He spins the ship. He aligns the nose with the rings. He fires the maneuvering thrusters. He dances the ship through the light beams. He uses the ship's shadow to block certain rays. It is a dance. The rings begin to spin. They lock into place, one by one. Click, click, click. The gate aligns. The guardian ships dip their wings. It is a salute. You have passed the test. The boy laughs. He spins the chair around. He asks if you saw that. You nod. You are too stunned to speak. The gate activates. A tunnel of pure white light opens. Data streams from the gate. It downloads into your computer. It is a map. It shows a path to a lost colony, a hidden world. The crew cheers. They feel hope stir. The metal decks feel warmer. You are not just hauling grain anymore. You are explorers. You set a course for the white light. The ship glides forward. The ride is smooth. It feels like sliding on ice. Currents of energy carry you. The stars outside bend. They form a corridor of shimmering hope. You travel faster than light, but there is no motion sickness. You check the chronometer. Time is moving differently here. Hours pass in minutes. You share a meal with the boy. He eats an apple. He tells you about the voice. It feels like a mother's hug. You believe him. The atmosphere on the ship has changed. The fear is gone. You emerge from the corridor. You are in a new system. A yellow sun burns bright. A green planet hangs in the void. Orbiting the planet is a city. It is a floating citadel. It has crystal towers. They sparkle in the sunlight. It is beautiful. Your sensors pick up life. Millions of souls. They are not gone. They have been waiting. The citadel hails you. The message is a song. It matches the boy's hum. The boy runs to the viewport. He waves. He knows he is home. You dock at the citadel. The airlock opens. The air smells like rain and flowers. People greet you. They wear robes of woven light. They are tall and kind. They look at the boy with reverence. They call him the listener. They have been waiting for a listener. They take you to the central tower. It is a spire of singing crystal. They ask the boy to touch it. He reaches out his hand. His fingers brush the surface. The crystal flares. A pulse of energy shoots out. It goes up through the roof. It hits the vacuum. It amplifies the signal. It projects it outward. It is no longer a whisper. It is a shout. It travels across the sectors. Back in the gnome worlds, things change. On rusty stations, in crowded slums, on drift ships, children stop what they're doing. They look up. They tilt their heads. They hear the song. It rings in their minds. It is a call to adventure. They look at the stars. They know they are not alone. Their parents hear nothing. But the children know. The map is in the song. You watch the tactical map. New signals appear. Blips on the radar. They are ships. They are coming from everywhere. Diverse crews answer the call. Some are human, some are not. They are converging like migratory birds. They follow the music. The boy watches the screen. He claps his hands. He sees the unity. Ships that used to be enemies fly side by side. The signal binds them. They share a dream. They want to see the Crystal City. They want to know the source. The fleet arrives. It is a swarm of metal and light. They dock at the citadel. The halls fill with many voices. Languages mix, but the song is the same. You meet other captains. A gruff lizard man shakes your hand. He says his daughter made him come. You laugh. You tell him about the boy. You are all just drivers. The children are the navigators. The leaders of the citadel gather everyone. They have a plan. The rift must be sealed but marked. A beacon must be planted. It will sit at the seam's edge. It will sing a promise of protection for all. It will be a lighthouse. Your ship is chosen to carry it. You feel pride swell in your chest. A boy stands with you. He holds the activation key. You fly back to the rift. The fleet follows. You deploy the beacon. It is a silver sphere. It hums with power. The boy turns the key. The beacon lights up. It sings the song of unity. It stabilizes the rift. It makes the path safe. Years pass in the blink of an eye. You are old now. The boy is a man. He stands tall. He wears the robes of the citadel. He is a leader. He guides the new arrivals. He sits in the recording chamber. He speaks into a microphone. He tells the tale. He speaks of the static. He speaks of the rusty bucket. He speaks of you. He calls you his father. You wipe a tear from your eye. You watch from the side. His voice is deep and warm. The story becomes a song. It is recorded for future ears. It will guide generations. It teaches them to listen. It teaches them to trust the quiet voices. The signal drifts onward. It leaves the galaxy. It travels the dark spaces. It carries hope. It touches every world. Every child who listens feels it. They feel the pulse. It is the pulse of unity. It tells them they are family. The song never ends. It just finds new singers. And somewhere in the dark, a child looks up, and the adventure begins again.